You cannot have the rainbow without the rain. Like, clock it, y'all. And like you've mentored, you've educated like so many people. So I just want to know, like, what kind of patterns did you see in those who really broke through versus, just those who got stuck on just the title?
Yeah. I think the right. I think the most important thing that I noticed, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, is most people that break through are not smart enough to know when to give up.
Message.
Let that marinate for a second. Had to let that motherfucker marinate for a second.
Rewind that shit. Hold on. You got to rewind that back and say that again. It took me a second to catch that, but you got to say that shit again. You got to say that shit again.
Yeah. So when I look at everybody, right, that has ever like got to the next level, they weren't smart enough to know when to give up. That's the only prerequisite to success, is that you got to be so delusional. You got to believe so much in what you need to believe in that even the evidence of failure, like it looks like you're failing, it's evidence, whether it's your bank account, whether you don't have the right people, whether somebody stole from you, whether somebody's, throwing dirt on your name, like there's evidence that this ain't going the way you wanted to go. But even with evidence, that you're not smart enough. You're not smart enough to be like, you know what? All right, I'm going to do something else.
Message.
Those are the people that always get to the other side, because at the end of the day, again, right? Think of. I mean, we all grew up playing video games. Think about the video game. The closer you get to ending it, what happens? It gets more difficult.
Hell yeah, the big
right?
Ball.
Yeah. They throw everything at you, right? Right before you get to that next level, everything's being thrown at you. And so you could decide to quit and say, yo, I'm not going to get to this next level. Or every time you die, you bet, they're going to throw the fireballs this way, right? You keep coming. You're not smart enough. You're like, I'm not smart. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going. And eventually you figure out the pattern, right? Eventually you figure it out. And eventually you get to that next level. And so I think that from a mentorship perspective, again, which is why Nadej earlier when you asked about mindset, which is why I said mindset is the most important thing, because it is the mindset that's I'm telling you, there's a level of delusion that you have to have. You have to be delusional. You have to be looking at your bank account and it's negative $5,000 and you like, yo, I'm about to be a millionaire. Like what? You can't even pay your phone bill, right? And so you might look at the facts, right? You might look at the facts. Oh, I can't pay my phone bill. Oh, or you could just focus on the truth is that you're a multimillionaire. Chase just don't know it yet, right?
That's real shit. You know what I gotta say?
We gotta pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Just for y'all motherfuckers that don't remember, we got merch, we got sales, we got all that type of shit. Yep. We got courses on how to build relationships and revenue. We got mugs. Get your father a beanie. Get the hoodie. Come on, stop playing with us, man. Chase just called.
Yo, Ash. I want to. You got me super motivated. I want to tell you something, right?
You got me amped, son.
I want to tell you, right?
Treasure chest is full, like, pause.
Yeah, I used to pack bags, Ash.
Word.
Listen, and then you gonna respect this, right? This is before they kind of made it like illegal. They don't let you do it no more, right? Let me tell you something, right? When we was hustling, I was young and shit. I used to go pack bags. One of my favorite places to go pack bags was when they started opening up the big Pathmarks, the big 20 register Pathmarks on 207th Street. And you know what I'm saying? When they started opening those, pack the bag, help you take the shit to your car and do deliveries. I help you take this shit up the steps, And I used to, this is like 10, 11 years old, Ash. You understand what I'm saying? And niggas used to make fun of me like, nigga, you pack bags. But then I used to be like, when I used to look at what I used to make, I think I made 200 today. I made 200. I could go buy whatever. I got a pocket full. Right. And then I started delivering the newspaper. I was the paper boy again, right? Knocking on doors, daily news back in the day when, you get the subscription. They used to have a little satchel 5 a.m. So now I'm thinking about what you were saying, like all these little jobs, hustling I was doing, and including hustling. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I always had the mindset of like, yo, I got to get to it. Like I hated my situation. Like, let's be clear. Like I absolutely hated it. Mm-hmm. And I was always looking for a way out, but I had that mindset without understanding what you just said, right? Even through all the shit I was going through, I used to be like, but I'm gonna get to it though. I'm gonna keep getting to it. I'm gonna keep doing these things, and eventually something is gonna click. But you know, I wanted you know, you did talk about nobody, you know, gave you anything and you kind of did it on your own. But I do want to talk about opportunities.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things that stopped the Rucker players, right? That stopped the Kingdom players, you know, from ever getting to the league is opportunity, right? Sometimes, and more often than not, we're not presented with opportunities to do something different. We're not presented with opportunities to get a higher level of education, to understand that there's something different, right? Like you just said, had your sister not given you the opportunity
1,000.
go work in Blockbuster, it would have not led to you getting the opportunity to go work at Chase. Yes, you absolutely did the work, but it took somebody to give you the opportunity to showcase your talent and showcase your versatility. You know what I mean? And I think that, you know, this is why we created this platform, right? Is to not only give information to our audience, but to give them opportunities, right? Give them opportunities to understand that, guess what? There are so many different facets of life that you can take the skills that you have. You don't have to be a basketball player. You don't have to play sports. You don't have to rap, and you can still be a multi-million. You can live very well. You can take care of your family. You understand that this is what this platform is for, is to give them opportunities along with the knowledge so that they can say, oh shit, I'm real talented in that. I never even thought that could be a career. Let me try that. Let me reach out to this guest for mentorship, right? Let me enroll in this guest program that they have and learn stock trading and learn this, because we got homies that's nice with this shit. I'm Ash, we like, you know it, right? Like you said, a lot of people in the hood is smart as shit.
Tay, shout out to everybody,
right?
Bro, we had one of the biggest black-owned banks in the country here, the CEO, Doyle Mitchell.
Doyle Mitchell.
Bank on him.
Industrial,
We had her. I know you know Herman Dose.
We had
White on. Like, this is what we do, bro. This is what we do for the culture, bro, because we need to hear y'all stories, bro. And you come on here, you know how you feel right now. Nigga, like, I'm with my bros, nigga. I'm really
1,000%.
You know you coming to pull up on you.
Right. 1,000%. Yeah.
That's real,
you know,
bro.
it changes, and I want to tell you, Ash, like, when you say it, like, again, it resonates with any urban kid that understands, like, and you know, I'll be transparent. Like, I've been arrested 9 times. 9. Like, the last time was like 2 years ago, and I would have got arrested a year ago because of caught me mid-air on some wrestling shit.